Obviously not the result you wanted, but you guys were playing with a limited availability in terms of players. And obviously with the playoffs around the corner, how do you assess the result based on those circumstances?
Paella. Well, obviously not what we wanted. We always prepare the games to win, but also to have, the identity that we won in and out of possession. And today, I think it's been a little bit difficult to find that, especially on the ball. I think we couldn't progress as we wanted. We had few chances, but also we weren't maybe clinical enough. I think in the first half we had a huge advantage behind the back line because sometimes they were very high, and we haven't exploded that. And also outside with Page, with Courtney, with Breed, we could have maybe been a little bit more aggressive in 1v1s, 2v1s. But well, I mean, it is a game that obviously we need to try to get something positive, even though it hasn't been what we wanted. And the most important thing that everyone is fine after the game. Obviously, it was a little bit challenging because of the numbers that we had and also where we are coming from. But yeah, ready for the next season. Sorry, the next week. That is gonna be a completely different thing.
And then just to mention some of those numbers, there were obviously injuries that we knew about, like Trinity Rodman's injury coming in, but is there any update on like the injuries to some other players like Corey Bethune and Deb Abiodun? Are those longer term things or just sort of knocks that wanted to be preserved for this game?
Yeah, just some small things, but we wanted to be, precautious and not taking any risk because, again, we had the last 2 weeks almost half of the roster gone with the national teams. Yeah, we wanted to prevent them as much as possible because they pick up little things, and it didn't make sense today to put them in a risk. And yeah, they are recovering good. They are just getting ready, and it's gonna be fine.
Thank you.
Andre, you could go ahead.
Hey, Adrian, thanks for speaking with us. I know the season just ended, and of course, you have the playoffs to look forward to. But given that this was the last regular season game, how do you kind of look back on the season? How do you assess the team's development, kind of where they started versus where they are now at the end of the season?
Well, I think we've had a great season again. The team has improved a lot in a different ways. Seeing how we started, not just this season, like 2 years ago. So I had you know the the opportunity to see them, from the beginning, how we started and now where we are. So I think we've done a great job. Players right now, they have the ability to play as we want. I think we've created a good identity as a team and as a club in and out of possession. Obviously, it's been a hard also season, with a lot of changes, a lot of, adversities as always. And the team has grown a lot, also in terms of mentality, getting results when we maybe were, struggling a little bit, using a lot of players, playing two competitions at the same time. That was something new for all of us. And I think seeing the big picture, obviously, I think it's been a great season, to be honest. It's not easy again to be where we are, reaching the second spot in the table, being able again to play the playoffs, finishing in a really good way, even though today obviously it's not the performance that we wanted. But I don't want to just focus on one game. As a team, I think we need to be proud of these players, and I think you can see the improvement from the beginning. So I'm very happy. I think all players have improved, personally and professionally, and yeah, so grateful to be part of that.
Appreciate it. And don't we'll obviously have a presser to talk about the game ahead, but just want to kind of talk about it from the standpoint of today. The Spirit didn't really have a lot to play for, where the team that you're going to be facing, they were fighting for their lives and got in. How does that dynamic change maybe when you go into a playoff game versus they just got off this really big emotional win and maybe, yeah, it's a loss, but it's not a game that the Spirit needed. And like you said, the season overall has been really successful. So how does that balance when it comes to matching up with this team in the playoffs?
Well, I think it's gonna be a completely different thing. So our players, and I think every player now is expecting, to be ready for the playoffs. Obviously, today we know that it wouldn't be easy because, again, we are coming from a tough couple of weeks with maybe not the numbers that we wanted. But I think the most important thing today was that just getting some minutes. Also, players that were coming from the national team, I think they got some minutes and no one got hurt. And yeah, next week we are gonna have a full week again all together to prepare the next game. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I know the team, I know the mentality that we have, and as we always do, so we have like 24 hours to reset, to clean our mind, try to recover, and then we will prepare the next one. So we've been training so hard, we've been, working for having this opportunity again. So I'm sure everyone is gonna be ready. So yeah.
All right. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Does anyone have anything else? All right. Thank you, Adrián.
Thank you, guys.